Alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new video. It's a little windy out here, so I'm going to try to make this one quick. We are living in a dimension. We are in a realm. This world is a living, breathing, shamanic garden. The Matrix has come along and set up their 1,000-headed Hydra system and developed the concrete jungle, the circus, and now, because of this, we are a domesticated creature that lives in a false environment. Our natural instincts have been bred out of us. Our hormones, neurotransmitters, prolactin and melatonin have been completely thrown out of alignment. Our circadian rhythm is fucked. We eat garbage bullshit food. We eat garbage food, we breathe garbage air, and we drink garbage water. Statistically, we are a very obese, unwell, sick, cancer, diabetes, heart disease riddled culture that has lost its way. So, I've been preaching for years, for the past 10 years or so, longer than that actually, that the way to unplug from this system, at least to begin, is to address the quality of air you breathe, water you drink, and food that you eat. Even in the Zendavestas, which is a religious document of antiquity, it goes on to say that there are 3 primary pillars, 3 prerequisites for any culture to remain healthy. And if these 3 pillars, even if just one of them comes out of alignment, the civilization will surely be destroyed. I believe the Zendavestas went on to say that for a culture to be enlightened even, these 3 pillars must be in balance. That culture must have pristine water, pristine air, and pristine food. And again, if any of the 3 come out of alignment, that culture will lose its way. It will crumble. And here in the Matrix, we don't have clean air, we don't have clean water, and we don't have clean food. And I don't need to hear it. Most of the food that people eat statistically is genetically engineered, hybridized, fortified, synthetic, packaged foods, laced with excessive iron and metals and preservatives, additives, you name it. So I don't need to hear it. Don't try to tell me that we don't eat this crap. We do on a constant basis. So, my protocol. What you have to do is, if you want to follow the system, just start off with the 70-30 split. I put a link in the description box below for anyone interested in knowing what the 70-30 split is. 70% of your calories come from real whole food sources. 30% you get to eat whatever the fuck you want. And the 30% acts as like a training wheel thing. It's like a little assistant. Most people can't just go 100% whole foods overnight. Most people are too embedded in the programming, and their gut, their microbiome is thrown all out of alignment. And when they try to do these diets or when they try to restrict calories, when they try to get off the processed garbage, they go out of control and they jump back into their old ways. So the 30% that you get to eat, the calories, whatever from wherever you want, it's there for a reason. And as you get used to eating the bulk of your calories from whole food sources, again 70%, then you go to 80-20, 90-10, and then 100% whole foods, 100% real foods that were not that are not packaged and filled full of titanium dioxides and chlorine compounds and all the other nonsense. What this will allow you to do over time is it will absolutely clean your body up. It will clean your blood up, because you'll be getting more healthy constituents into your system. I'm not here to tell you exactly what food groups to eat, what macronutrients, how much carbs, you name it. I want you to use a little discernment. Most people in the world, or in the United States, if they just started consuming 70% of their calories from whole food sources, they would be good. The pieces would start to fall in their favor. I'm not here to tell you, oh, this is how many grams of protein and this, that, and the other. Start to listen to your body. You have to harbor a little bit of intuitive eating. We are completely separated from our body. We don't listen to our body anymore. When you start to eat the right foods, when you get your minerals up, you'll be able to listen to your body a little bit better. As you clean yourself up, you'll feel better, you'll look better, you'll feel stronger, your hormones will start to balance out. Everything will work in your favor. I'm not saying that this is an overnight fix. It's going to take some serious commitment to do this. And most people won't be able to do this, even if they're allowed 30%. You know, they can eat 30% whatever they want. Now, obviously, that's not the perfect system, and that's why I said that you need to inchworm your way up to 80-20, 90-10, 90% whole foods, 10% whatever you want. This is just a training wheel so that you can remain stable as you get used to eating the bulk of your calories from whole foods. It's a huge change for most people, and there's usually a detox reaction if people just go 100% whole foods. So I would be drinking the the carrot juice. Start drinking more carrot juice, ladies and gentlemen. Get some enzymes into your system to get your digestion working better. Get some honey into your system. I currently eat animal products and plant foods. I've been talking about this for months now. I've made multiple posts about this in the community section. I've mentioned it in other videos as well, and I've done it long enough to where I know what works best for my body type at this point. After over about a year of experimentation, a little more, a little less, I don't keep a fucking index in my head of when I started incorporating animal products back into my diet. I'm not here to subscribe to some strict diet program just to have a badge of being vegan, this, that, or the other. And I've crunched the numbers, and the way that I eat now, even though I incorporate animal products into my diet, I cause a significant less animal death than the typical vegan. So I don't need to hear it. I do not need to hear it. I do believe that the vegan diet has a lot of health benefits. I've seen it do wonders on people, miraculous things. But it was getting to the point for me where I needed to incorporate more fat-soluble vitamins, more cholesterol, you name it. And if you don't like that, you don't have to stay on this channel. You don't have to stay on this channel. I'm here to be 100% transparent with you, 100% honest. And yeah, I do eat raw eggs. I do drink goat milk. I do drink raw milk. I do eat quite a bit of honey. I drink carrot juice. I eat lentils. I don't really eat beans that much anymore though, but I do eat lentils. I want you to do what works best for you. And through experimentation, you can find that. But again, everyone's different. Everyone's chemistry is completely wired in a different way. So again, what works for me may or may not work for you. I've been saying this for years. It's all about context, genetics, hormones, your current state of digestion, your gut microbiome. There's a lot of factors here, a whole lot of factors. So, again, I've lost some subscribers because I'm not vegan anymore. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't. You see, the average vegan doesn't take into consideration all of the animals lost in the combine harvesters. The average vegan doesn't consider the fact that all of the land where their crops are grown, all that was wild land at one point, and they went in and completely decimated acre after acre after acre of land to set up your spinach farms and your celery farms and your carrot farms and this, that, and the other. And on top of that, there's invasive species that try to come in to eat those animals, and thousands of them are killed on a daily basis just to keep these invasive species out. So I don't need to hear it. Your DuPont, Gulf and Western, Dow Chemical, Monsanto, Bill Gates funded crops. I don't need to hear how that's superior to the way that I eat, which is more of a homesteader's diet now. It's been this way for quite a while now. Lunabug, you want to chase the ball? Long story short, eat real food. I really, really do good on honey, just eating raw honey, carrot juice, raw eggs. That may sound gross to a lot of people, but I don't need to hear it. I don't care. You know? Get 5 pastured eggs and eat 5 raw pastured eggs, and then compare that to 5 cooked eggs. It's a completely different feeling, folks. It is a completely different feeling. It sits different, it energizes different, it stabilizes you. The fats in raw eggs are incredibly good. And we all need more fats, ladies and gentlemen, with all of the toxicity in this world. Having a few extra pounds of fat on your body can actually be incredibly beneficial, believe it or not, in today's world. Again, this is all about context. That goes completely against what most people are going to tell you out here. All of the health practitioners that look sick, all of the doctors that push drugs for the pharmaceutical cartels, you name it, they're going to tell you that you need to be rail thin. Well, if you put on, ladies and gentlemen, a few extra pounds of fat from real food, that's going to act as a shield before all the metals, the iron, and the toxicity goes right into your organs. So again, what do you think our ancestors did during summer before winter came? What do you think our ancestors did when they had abundance of food. They packed on as much fat as they could for winter. Fat is not the enemy. There's a lot of other enemies, bigger enemies. Processed food being one of them. I'm not saying you should just get fat and be morbidly obese. No, absolutely not. You know, not that long ago, women with a little bit of extra weight on them were desired more than really skinny girls or women, because there was a good chance they wouldn't make it through childbirth. You see, everything we've been taught is wrong, folks, and it took a long time for me to accept that. But it feels good once you finally see the truth. Once you finally accept that you were wrong. Luna bug, it's your ball, baby. So, again, I'm not saying to get morbidly obese, absolutely not. But more people are worried about losing weight and doing drastic things to lose that weight. They're not worried, those same people, they're not worried about the chemicals and the additives and the synthetics and the hormone disruptors. Most people would sacrifice their health, they'd let go of their health just to look good. I guarantee you, the average American, if they were given the option of taking 3 years off their lifespan to have the most incredible body in the world that would give them tons of attention, they would do it. They would let go of their health. They would let go of 3 years of their life just to fucking look incredible and get all the attention. Most people are attention starved. So, Lunabug, right now, I'm in the process of gathering the resources to create my own chicken coop to produce my own eggs, raw eggs, of which the chickens will be loved and they'll get the best quality food, you name it. So I've got big plans on the horizon for a little homestead of mine. Big plans. But we've got the New World Order coming at us. They want to take all the land away. They want to come after the ranchers. They want to take our ability to have raw milk and all these other incredible foods. They want to take it away from us, folks. There's an agenda right now. And whether you believe it or not, there is an agenda behind veganism. Veganism, if done properly, is one of the most potent detox systems there is. You can, I'm not going to say cure, but I've seen it do miracles on people's health. But I've also, after those miracles, I've seen it get people a little too thin. And I've seen it drive people into mineral deficiencies because all of the anti-nutrients. I've seen it mess with people's hormones and thyroids as well. I've also seen it do amazing things in reversing thyroid issues. It's all about context. A vegan diet is a detox diet. It's an elimination diet. It's a restriction diet. And although it works incredibly well, people can also run into deficiencies. There are certain things that you cannot get from plants that you can get from animal foods, and there are certain things that you can get from animal foods that you can't get from plants. So, eat real food. Do the 70-30 split. And as you continue to eat real food, as you learn to eat real food, as you get used to it again, just inchworm your way up to 80-20, 90-10. Try to generate a large majority of your own food. Costco right now has, or no, it wasn't Costco, where was I? Safeway had giant 5 or 10 pound bags of carrots, organic, for $3.99. You start juicing those. Get away from all of the processed drinks and drink carrot juice. You know, carrot juice will make you feel really good, you guys. I've seen people's depression issues largely affected for the better. Luna, come here, babe. Just by drinking raw carrot juice, not the crap that comes in a bottle, not the nonsense that comes pre-packaged, which is days old. No, I'm talking about real carrot juice. Very simple, very nourishing, full of enzymes. Very good for your liver. Where are you going, bug? Where are you taking me? It's a dead end, baby. All right. So, the 70-30 split, that's going to let you learn to eat A lot of people don't know how to eat. A lot of people who are into health don't even eat like this. A lot of people are eating synthetics. Luna. Fortified crap. Cereals and all the nonsense. All right. So, it's up to you what you want to do. I'm just telling you what works for me. Well, it continues to work for me. It's not illegal to change your mind. You know, sometimes people will say, "You're not vegan anymore, bro. You were never vegan." Really? Because I was for years. I don't need to hear your copy and paste terms. You were never vegan, bro. Well, I sure excluded animal products for many years, you know, without being a vegan. Oh, but it's not, vegan isn't about your health, bro. It's about doing it for the animals. Really? Because what about the hundreds of thousands of mice that are killed and reptiles and snakes in the combine harvesters for your food, for your wheat? What about all the fucking animals that died from all the glyphosate, pesticides, herbicides, larvicides, insecticides, fool? What about all the trees and all the land that was decimated so that they could come in, these chemical companies, Monsanto, etc., they could come in with their tractors and trailers and destroy all the sacred wild land, bleach the soils pretty much, so that you could have your monocropped bullshit. Now, I'm not saying, folks, that I think that the way that factory farmed animals are raised is absolutely atrocious as well. Absolutely atrocious. But right now I'm doing my best to support local farmers, you name it. People who are doing the homestead thing and offering raw eggs for sale, you name it. Pastured eggs. I'm saving up resources to have my own piece of land where I can generate at least 80 to 90% of my own food, so that I'm not dependent on the supermarket that is funded by, again, all these chemical companies, Monsanto, the pharmaceutical companies, all these stores where you're buying your food. They all have pharmacies attached to them, folks. These are New World Order food stations. Get real. Eating animal products allows me to eat less and feel more satiated. I'm still eating plant foods as well. I'm doing my best to produce or develop my own piece of land so that I can be the most sustainable as possible. And think about it this way. Think about a person who, they slaughtered one cow. The cow is over 1 million calories. Imagine that, how much food that would feed one person or a family. Now let's look at the hundreds of lives lost for the typical vegan meal. Oh, but you're only into chickens, pigs, and cows. I get it. You don't care about all of the insects and the birds and all the rabbits and etc. that were killed, as well as the microbes in the soil from all the pesticides, etc. You don't care about that. One cow is more calories than pretty much an entire field of celery. And since when do you think plants, and I was guilty of this at once as well, until I put my fucking thinking cap on, why do you think, you think plants actually want to be eaten? This is why plants produce chemicals and anti-nutrients, etc. They don't want to be eaten. Any shaman can tell you that plants are more alive and more conscious, many of them, than animals. But they don't move and they can't run from you, so you think that they don't have feelings. You think that they actually want to be eaten. Are you stupid? Do you think that a piece of celery actually wants to be juiced? In celery, the molecules, the most basic subatomic constituents of a stalk of celery, those are living things, ladies and gentlemen. Conscious creatures. The cells, you name it. You don't think a plant cell is living and intelligent? They have their own organelles. I mean, come on. Get real, folks. Get fucking real. And again, any shaman will tell you the ayahuasca vine is one of the most living, or the ayahuasca, or the Banisteriopsis capsule, or the mimosa. All these psychedelic compounds, Lophalora williamsii, peyote. These things are very, very conscious, living entities. I mean, they'll even do things where they like pray to the plant or the vine or the cactus weeks in advance and do divination to see if the plant even wants it to be pulled or picked yet. They're living. And why does Bill Gates why is he buying up all the farmland, folks? Why is Bill Gates such a proponent of veganism? Why are like these bigwigs and these Agenda 21 people and Agenda 21 or 30 people, why are they so interested in veganism? Why are they coming after the ranchers? Why are they coming after the fucking ranchers? Why are they coming after the farmers and the people selling raw milk? You got to ask yourself these questions. There's more to it than just, oh, veganism doesn't harm animals. Yes, it does. Now, again, I'm a little bit different than the average ex-vegan because I'm not against it entirely. Veganism, done the right way, where there's not an emphasis on soy and all the other shit, can do wonders for people's cholesterol numbers if they're trying to get them down. A vegan diet can do wonders for people with heart disease. A vegan diet can do wonders, ladies and gentlemen, for people with obesity issues. Wonders. But just because it can do things like that doesn't mean that it's something that you have to do your whole life. And it also doesn't mean that it's the most ethical thing. And this is one of the hardest pieces for me to, put into practice. Veganism, you become so attached to the ideology, it becomes your life. You start to define yourself through the lens. You start to close yourself off to any other piece of wisdom that doesn't fit into your vegan box. That's one of the biggest problems, folks. Again, that's one of the biggest problems. So again, I don't care if people have a problem with the choices that I've made. I don't care if people are upset with me. I'm completely content with myself, so you can continue to throw your negative energy my way. I'll just continue to consume it. Thank you for the sustenance. We've gone over utilizing negative energy as a fuel source in prior videos, and I've suggested that you read John Crider's book, Vampire's Way. It's a little windy in here, so let's walk through this mind control facility to see if it'll blot out any of the wind. Lunabug, how you doing? All right. It's a little bit better. People walking, or this dude walking behind me looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm talking on my phone. So yes, I do consume animal products. I consume some raw eggs, some raw milk, some meat, bee products, vegetation, fruit. If you have a problem with that, that's fine. Again, I'm completely content with my decision. I've made peace with it. And in fact, I feel more peaceful now that I'm on this side of the fence because I've looked at what's on both sides of the fence. And the way I'm doing things now, I need less. I don't need all of these, tons of ingredients, you name it. And you know what? 99% of what I eat is whole, real foods, nothing processed. There's a time and a place for everything. My diet is very clean. Very clean. So, again, there's a huge push for veganism right now, and they're tying it into like this Agenda 21, Agenda 2030 stack and pack style coffin apartment, Green New Deal bullshit. Now again, I'm not saying that because of that I don't support the vegan diet. And in fact, certain clients that I've worked with recently, I've put them on a strict vegan diet with a very specific amount of calories and only eating certain food groups. And it's amazing the results that they have. You detox them with the plants, and then you rebuild them with the animal products and the plants and the fruit and the minerals, the magnesium, of which I've been I've been promoting magnesium since I stumbled across it about 10 years ago via Dr. Kassar. And I support micronutrient supplementation, and I've been doing that for the last 12 years. Longer than that. I think I'm 32 now. I don't know how old I am. So 70-30 split, you guys. The easiest diet system in the world. You get to eat 30% whatever you want until you're comfortable enough and stable enough with that diet system, that ratio, to move up to 80-20. And even 30% is a big number. That's a lot of calories from whatever you want. If you can't do this, that's pathetic. What I would suggest doing is like setting aside a small meal every day, preferably at night, for your junk food. If you're doing the 70-30 split, maybe eat your 30% calories of whatever you want at night. I wouldn't try to scatter it throughout the day because that can lead to a lot of unnecessary cravings. You want to go through the day just eating real food. You eat the processed crap before bed because your body's used to eating processed crap. And let me just unhook Luna. If you don't give yourself processed crap and you just jump into a detox, you're probably going to have some difficulty sleeping. So you can also consider maybe supplementing with a little bit of glycine. The most basic and simplest amino acid. Glycine will really lower your stress level before sleep. So, just a brief little message, you guys. Eat real food, drink real water, and breathe real air, and you're going to do yourself a whole lot of service and benefit. We'll talk more about all this stuff in the near future, but for now, peace be with you all.